What's up, guys? All right, I'm continuing on the series of the 144,000. Why the two olive trees and the two lampstands mean that it cannot be Moses and Elijah. At this point, it's none of the rest of what I'm going to say is going to make sense to you if you don't go listen to the first videos that I've already released. I'm already losing count at how many parts I'm going to at this point. But for today's, I'm going to go ahead and focus on why I believe the Church of Sardis is one of the first of the two witnesses, actually literally the first of the two witnesses, and why. So in Revelation chapter 2, again, chapters 2 and 3 is talking about the seven lampstands, why there are two lampstands spoken of in Revelation chapter 11, explicitly pointing to the two witnesses, is because one of these seven lampstands, actually two of these seven lampstands, are going to be the two witnesses. And I believe that we can see a parallel here between the church of Smyrna. I think I said Sardis before. I meant to say the church of Smyrna, and why I believe they are the same body of believers in Revelation chapter 7. So I'm going to go ahead and just read it here in Revelation chapter 2, verse 8. The Bible reads, "To the angel of the church in Smyrna write, these are the words of him who is the first and the last, who died and came to life again. I know your afflictions and your poverty, yet you are rich. I know the slander of those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan." Okay, I want to pause right there just for a moment, because as I talk about Philadelphia in the next video, I'm going to point out how that same exact terminology is given to the Church of Philadelphia as it is also to the Church of Smyrna. Remember, there is now no Jew nor Gentile. We simply have two olive trees. And again, if it doesn't make sense, you need to go back and listen to the other videos that I made first. Picking it up in verse 10, "Do not be afraid of what you are about to suffer." Okay, so that's interesting. So these guys are going to have to deal with some stuff, all right? "I tell you, the devil will put some of you in prison to test you, and you will suffer persecution for 10 days. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know what that persecution for 10 days means exactly. I'm just going to say that outright. But anyways, the next verse it says, "Be faithful even to the point of death, and I will give you the crown of life." That's also interesting because I'm going to point and highlight that also to the Church of Philadelphia, who is given the who is told, hold on to what you have so that no one takes your crown. So there's two similarities here, specifically to Smyrna and Philadelphia, being that they are Jews, technically speaking. Remember, no Jew nor Gentile, because we're in the olive trees, being the two olive trees, and the two lampstands being two churches. And both of them are promised a crown. So I'm going to continue reading. "He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. He who overcomes will not be hurt at all by the second death." I find that extremely fascinating, and I'm going to probably have to unpack that one later in a following video to explain why I think that it says that to the church of Smyrna and not to the church of Philadelphia. So let's go ahead and keep focus on the church of Smyrna in specific, and we're going to take a look at Revelation chapter 7. I would encourage you, if this doesn't make a whole lot of sense the way that I'm explaining it right now, just go to the text yourself, Revelation chapter 2, verse 8, read about the church of Smyrna, and then go ahead and quickly flip over to Revelation chapter 7, starting in verse 1, and do the parallel reading yourself, and maybe it'll help you make sense of it for yourself. It says, "After this I saw four angels standing at the four corners of the earth, holding back the four winds of the earth, to prevent any wind from blowing on the land, or on the sea, or on any tree. Then I saw another angel coming up from the east, having the seal of the living God. He called out in a loud voice to the four angels who had been given power to harm the land and the sea, 'Do not harm the land or the sea or the trees until we put a seal on the foreheads of the servants of our God.' Then I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 from all the tribes of Israel. From the tribe of Judah, 12,000. From the tribe of Reuben, 12,000. From the tribe of Gad, 12,000. From the tribe of Asher, 12,000. From the tribe of Naphtali, 12,000. From the tribe of Manasseh, 12,000. From the tribe of Simeon, 12,000. From the tribe of Levi, 12,000. Honorable mention there for Levi because he doesn't get a land allotment in the Old Testament. You can do a little study on that for yourself. From the tribe of Issachar, 12,000. From the tribe of Zebulun, 12,000. From the tribe of Joseph, 12,000. Also an honorable mention for Joseph because Joseph doesn't get a land allotment in the Old Testament either. Instead, his two sons do, and only one of his sons, Manasseh, is mentioned here. And then the last one says from the tribe of Benjamin, 12,000. And if you read through this, one tribe is actually missing. Actually, two tribes are missing. The other son, I'm blanking on his name for right now, of Joseph, and then the tribe of Dan. These are missing in this text. Okay, and after this, the great multitude in white robes, I believe that this text is actually describing those who were raptured. Why? Because in chapter 8, verse 1, it says, when he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. Okay, I'm going to get to that part later. But the point of what I'm driving home is this. These 144,000 are embedded within the first 7 seals that were opened by the Lamb of God for a reason. They are not the same as the second 144,000 that we will talk about on the second video. And they are not embedded in this same 7 seals for a reason. They are set apart. They are different. They're established and given a different assignment, if you would. But nevertheless, they still are the 2 witnesses. I'll talk about that one later. But I wanted to point this out because Smyrna was not promised deliverance or rapture as Philadelphia was. Smyrna was promised that if you overcome, you will not be hurt at all by the second death. Interesting. Doesn't sound like rapture, okay? I just want to pause right here and say this. I don't know who will be sealed in this manner. I only know that they will be sealed, okay? I have, however, with the privilege of being a part of this community that is looking towards the rapture, looking towards the blessed hope, I have, however, come across many, many, many people who do not actually argue or fight against rapture, but have very strong, firm, bold, called convictions. They know that they are called to stay for the tribulation. I believe this is why there's so much confusion around these notions of pre-tribulation, mid-tribulation, post-tribulation rapture.